Hello and welcome. This is Theresa, and thanks for joining my video. If you're going to be here live, no one's here right now, but welcome if you're going to join the chat, and thanks for watching if you're taking a look at the replay. So spring is in the air, and I kept watching Louisa Heinzel's videos with this new digital kit that she put out. So there's actually two digital kits. I'm just going to call it Tattered Bunny in general. I think they're both called Tattered Bunny. One is Journal Kit and one is something else, Journal Pages, and one is more black and white and the other is more colors. And let me tell you, the colors are fabulous on the pages that have color. They are just fabulous. Now, one of the videos that Louisa did, she was making I want to say collage strips, and she was doing a technique that, let me just see if I can do it. Let me think for just a second here. Oh, I didn't plan to do this, so I'm not sure if my brain will kick in, but it's basically the whole reason why I spent a little bit more money and bought this matte photo paper. So the paper is heavier than what I usually have. It's 45 pounds, 170 GM, but it's matte photo paper, and it's supposed to achieve this technique that Louisa did on one of her videos. And I don't think that it's going to come to me, so I don't think I'll try. I need to go back and watch the video. But it has to do with taking something like, I think it could be a stamp, or it could be like maybe a die cut that's already cut out, and you wet the paper with a spray bottle and you ink, I think that's what I can't remember, is if you use ink, and then you put it down and you put something heavy on top of it and let it sit for a little bit, and then you bring it up, and it is super duper cool, the effect that it gives. So I'm gonna go back and watch her video and not mess anything up. So that's what I've been doing, and I also have been working on, well, before I go further, I'm going to use some of these printouts to put together a journal, a spring journal. I'm going to use some of them, and I might print out even more, to do some Easter cards for the grandkids. And let's see, journal, Easter cards, and then also, of course, to go back and watch the videos and try out some of the techniques that Louisa has been using for probably the last 3, maybe 4 videos. And I want to go and practice them all because she has some great ideas, and I just enjoy her art. But this I took her white, I'm gonna say white embroidery, and then I printed a paper cameo. I think it's called Blue Lace over the top. So these are 2 different creators' digitals printed one on top of the other, and I just really like the effect of that. I tried really hard to keep any background papers that I did in theme with what Louisa was doing, and I kept only seeing like brown, red, and little orangish yellowish, something like that. Oh, and then I also saw, what is that color, Tim Holtz color, Old Paint, I think it is. I also saw that. But then after I looked at it again, I started seeing like a navy blue. Can't really see it as much in that one. Right here. I started seeing navy blue. And it's so funny, I didn't see that at first. So I thought, yeah, look how beautiful that is. So with this journal, I am going to be really careful that when I put pages together to make sure that, like when this is folded and this is folded, that this is going to be on one side and this is going to be on the other side. I usually don't make that kind of an effort, but I definitely plan to do that this time. The last couple journals, I have done more to practice techniques that I've seen other people use, but basically have just been too lazy to do it myself, or it was out of my comfort zone maybe. So like the last journal I did, I tried to do something like a lace collage on the front. You know how some of those sample journals and those ladies who do sample journals, or you know, that style, shabby chic type, how they're always using multiple layers of lace, especially on the cover. I just watch that and think, oh my gosh, I could never ever do that. But then I did try it on the last journal, and I think I've showed that, but I'll just bring it out real quick. It's not a lot, but it's more for me in regards to what I've done before. So we've got a layer of lace there, a layer there, a layer there, a layer there, and a layer there. So that's a lot more than I've ever done before. And I'm not super stoked about it, but it's better than anything I've ever done before. So there's that. Another thing that I've been doing is, and I put this on one of my videos last week, is that I've been working on this journal kit from Carol Tinson, and I bought the kit. It was in a PDF, so it was a 20-page PDF, and I put that together. I don't feel like I need ink there. I'll put some ink here. And that was a bit of a challenge because it was a different binding system than what I'm used to. Huh. Hi Joan, welcome. Thanks for joining me. What have you been up to? Hi Emily, welcome. So I kept telling myself that I did not need this kit because Louisa's kits are a little bit more expensive than what I usually pay for digital kits. But I kept looking at it and kept loving it, and I go, no, 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 no. You don't, the bunnies are precious, but you don't use bunnies in your journal very much, and it's you know, a limited time. It's more Easter. Easter's going to be here and gone before you can do anything with it. I had so many arguments in my mind for why I shouldn't purchase these journal kits. And then it got to the point where I had it in my cart. I was like, okay, maybe I can talk myself out of it. And I tried, and it didn't work. So by the time I was ready to purchase, though, I did get a 5% discount that came across. You know, it always heart something or put it in your cart and wait, because usually you'll get a discount come across if you do that, if you don't buy it right away. That's been my experience. I know, I just love this kit. And then I when I finally looked at it the last time and made the decision to purchase it, I said, okay, now, yeah, that's a bunny, but just because it's a bunny doesn't mean it's Easter. And same thing with the eggs. You know, well, this one does say Happy Easter, so that is definitely Easter. But oh, you know what? I just realized something. When you buy A4 digitals, I noticed this before, I think. I don't know. But when you buy digitals and you make them go all the way to the edge, they cut things off. So I'm going to have to be mindful of that. But I bought this printer so I don't have to cut my edges off with a trimmer. I'm not going back to cutting edges off with a trimmer just so I can have the whole daggone bird. And that's all there is to it. Yeah, so like this is beautiful. I mean, this little piece right here, that's totally and completely botanical, spring, whatever. I just love the black and white images a lot. I had to spend some time today working on my printer because I started to get the lines, and this is more expensive paper, and I used probably 10, maybe 15 sheets, probably 10. And it had lines going through it, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have been watching more careful. That annoyed me. Some of these backgrounds are from Roxy's Creations. Some of them are from the paper Cameo. And then there's a couple that are from freebies that I picked up here and there. But I tried really hard to stay within the color theme that Louisa had going on here. And I just chose things that were easy to write on, and that were delicate. Like, this is all delicate and so beautiful, and I do love it. And yeah, now I'm seeing that my pages are cut off, but it is what it is. Anything new with you guys going on? This is from the paper Cameo. This is from Dreamy, I think. It's either Dreamy or Blue Lace. Somebody else, oh, Crafty Cat came out with a new digital kit that's a bit like, it's on the, what I want to say, it's on the theme of quilting. Looks lovely. She had it posted on Instagram, and I commented that I hope Carol Loss does something with it, because I'd love to see what Carol Loss would do with it. Speaking of quilting, Emily, I think you said before that you quilt. C to C, so C as in crocodile, to C as in crocodile. Oh, glad to hear you're feeling good today, Emily. Anyways, C to C Creations, I saw that she has a grab bag for, I think it's about $70, which includes shipping. And it's got like quilter squares and quilter this and quilter that. And she says she's not a quilter, so this is just some stash that she had or something that she picked up. And she's on Etsy, and I just thought of you when I saw it. So you might, it's $70 bill, that's kind of spendy, but it might be worth it to somebody. Ah, okay, so you're not quilting anymore. Okay. I just looked at it and thought, man, that might be worth it to somebody who does quilting. So the weather in Yuma has gone into a heat wave. So we're in 90-degree temperatures probably for the last 2 or 3 days, and tomorrow it's supposed to go into 100-degree temperatures. And so far I have been super pleased with this trailer in that respect. This has been, well, I don't know, it's not been the first summer with this trailer, but it must be just maybe something we've done since last summer, because, well, actually, let me take that back. This is the first time we've been in spring, the most of spring. We had it for just like a couple weeks before we left Yuma last year. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this like that. I haven't decided. That's from it getting stuck or something. I don't know what it did. I kind of like it, but you know, as you can see, it really doesn't go with the theme, but I might find something that it'll go well with. Yeah, that was from me trying to print, and all of a sudden the printer was saying your paper doesn't match the size, blah blah blah. And I think it was because I was messing with the settings. I was experimenting with the settings, and finally I was like, this is baloney. I'm just gonna do what I know. I don't need to learn new things. Let's just get on with the program. So who all is one of your YouTubers that you're enjoying watching a lot lately? I am really starting to hone in on what I enjoy watching, and so no offense to anybody, but I'm not big on glue booking, you know, with magazines. I'm not big on modern stuff. So a little bit it's been fun to watch, but all of a sudden I'm just like, why am I doing this? I'm really not interested. Oh yes, I love Susan too. Polly's coloring and crafting. And I love it when you're working on your journals, Joan, like your blue journal. I think you were working on a blue journal, but I'm not into diamond painting or whatever that is called. And just all of a sudden it felt like everybody was doing it. I was watching a little bit just because people like you, Joan, were doing it, and so I was hanging out to watch your video. But the art itself, I'm not into it. Doesn't interest me. And so then when I started seeing diamond videos, I was like, nope, not interested, not interested. And it was a lot of the people that I usually watch. But I know you all will get interested in something else eventually and move on to another journal. What and then, you know, I try and watch videos and I'm just like, oh, I've already done that. I already know. I don't need any more ephemera. I don't want to watch ephemera. So I'm basically looking for videos with new techniques. Let's see. Well, and the reason why I got interested in Carol Tenson's video the other day with her journal. Let me show you just a second. Almost done with this. Okay. So here's where I'm at with this. Nana. I don't know who Nana is. Okay. So this is volume 1, and I haven't shown this one on screen yet. This is volume 3. Oh, I wonder if you have the same issues as my husband has, Emily. And oh boy, it looks like I'm developing a leg. So, yeah, darn. We're back to having a leg. Anyways, my husband has migraines. So, I finished volume 1, and volume 1 is actually thicker than volume 2. Volume 2 is more blank pages, so to speak. So pages that could be written on. There's like 3 themes. 4 if you count this. So there's this. Do I have this upside down? No. Then there's this, and then there's this. Yeah. So these are blank pages. And then this is volume 1, which I just recently finished. And it has information about journaling. Yeah, it's me, I think. I have a leg. So this is about journaling, and then this is about equipment and ephemera. Hi, Monica. And then I put in some pages from Susan from her Junk Journal Madness. So those are in there. Yeah, it looks like it's bad, Joan. So I am going to wrap this up. But, yep, that's what I've been doing. And I've mostly been having fun with the covers, using some glossy accents and some Stampin' Up! Stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because there is a bad leg. And, oh, no problem. That's good because I'll be here for about a week and a half. Thank you, Monica. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll try again next time. Maybe I won't have such a bad leg, and